That's enough. So once again, thank you very much and welcome to this preview presentation evening of our next exciting language and culture experience in Galicia in May 2025. So this immersion program is organized by the Vici Language Academy. For those of you who don't know us, Vici started 22 years ago teaching French to young children in nursery and primary school. It has then developed into multi-site language schools and agencies. So we have 2 schools in Berkshire, one in Newbury, where we are tonight, another one in Windsor. We also have an office in France with 2 agencies in Franche-Comté, which is in the east of France by the Swiss border, and also an office in Florida. So the drive behind, for us, behind creating all those wonderful immersive programs is really to create an inclusive environment for all language and culture enthusiasts, so they can build their language skills, but primarily be really, really confident doing so. So France was favored to run residential programs for quite a few years. We did 7 in a row. And most recently, we've started with Spain and Valencia last month, which was a great success. And I know that we have people on the call tonight who I think would agree with me. We also have Italy and Florence planned in March, a ladies' retreat in France also in March, and quite a few UK and USA programs for people looking to improve their English. But for now, let us dive into the Galicia expedition next May, definitely May. So when Clara and I worked on this program, this is what we had in mind. Imagine walking alongside Galicia's picturesque coastlines, savoring fresh seafood and speaking Spanish with locals in authentic settings. If you love the Spanish language and culture, this experience will bring it all to life like never before. So just before we talk about the program itself, quick introduction of myself and my colleague Clara. So I am the director of the Vici Language Academy. I've been in the language industry for 22 years now, and I come from a very small and rural part of France. So bilingualism really wasn't on the cards for me. However, through learning English at school, then going to the USA as an au pair, then coming to the UK and doing lots of little jobs, such as working in a fish and chip shop when I had no idea what mushy peas or gravy were. I started to perfect my English skills. I then fell into language education completely by accident, but a very happy one. I then trained to become a language teacher, and primarily English has opened doors for me. So English is a foreign language to me, and it's opened doors for me both personally and professionally. And this is what I want to pass on to other people. But through my experience of learning and practicing and being, English and being immersed in the language in various different ways, shapes, and forms, this has given me lots of ideas and a great passion to be able to help others become bilingual. So that's my story, and that's my drive behind everything that I do at the Academy. But I also wanted to introduce you to Clara. So Clara is a very talented linguist. She is a French native who speaks, French, Spanish, and English very well. She's able to teach them all. She's been working at the Academy for quite a few months, but last month was promoted as a language and culture experiences coordinator. So she will be working alongside me now to organize all the language experiences that we offer at Vici for adults and children. So I'll let her introduce herself very quickly.
Yeah.
Clara.
Hello everyone, hola a todos. So as Natalie said, I am a French language coach here at Vichy, and I also teach English and Spanish. And recently, I also became Language Experiences Partnerships Coordinator, which means that together with Natalie, we work on the organization, the promotion, and the delivery of immersive language programs abroad. And in terms of my love for languages, I think Natalie said it very well. I've always been passionate about languages, especially English and Spanish. So the opportunity for me to teach them all and to participate in such very interesting immersive programs is a very, very good opportunity for me.
Gracias. See, my accent's not too bad. I just need to improve on the rest. So let us have a look at the benefits of a language and cultural experience, such as this one. We're going to move our faces up there, so we're not too important. So when we create a language experience, such as this one in Galicia, these are the keywords that we have on a board. Language immersion, logically, cultural richness, community and connection, confidence, personal development, and friendships. These are kind of our guidelines when we decide what we are going to include in all our programs. So why choose this experience? Well, you have exclusive access to all that we do. What does that mean? That means that it's a very bespoke experience that you would not get anywhere else. It means that it's also organized, planned, structured, and scheduled by linguists and educators. Tailored learning, because you have Spanish lessons every day. All inclusive and worry free. Again, I hope that people on the call today who have been to some of our residential programs before can testify to that. We want you to have absolutely nothing to worry about, and for everything to be planned very carefully by the team. And of course, there is a dedicated team with you, because we will both be, Clara and I, in Galicia with you, together with one of our Spanish coaches. So, 3 stunning destinations within Galicia. So here are, I'm finished with all the introductions and the benefits of such an experience, and why we feel that you should choose Vichy to go and experience Galicia. But now let us dive into the program itself. And Clara, over to you.
So I wanted to start with 2 very interesting facts about Galicia. First fact, did you know that Galicia has its own language? It's called in Spanish El Galician Galego idioma, Galician language in English. It is spoken daily, so you will hear it spoken by Galician people, and you will also see it on signs and on boards, a little bit like when you drive across Wales and you see boards in Welsh and English, then you will see boards in Galego and Spanish. So very interesting in terms of language heritage. And second fact, Galicia has a very deeply rooted Celtic heritage. It is the most Celtic region in Spain, and it seems that Galicia shares roots with regions like Ireland and Scotland. Very, very interesting, I think. So when we did our latest immersion program in Spain, it was a great success. And for our next immersion program in Spain, we wanted to do something different, so different from Valencia and different than the rest of Spain. And here comes Galicia. So in terms of landscapes, Galicia is very diverse in terms of landscape. It is a mix of green hills, lush forest, and ocean coastlines, turquoise waters, white sandy beaches, and dramatic landscapes. So I'm talking about cliffs and arches that you will enjoy in A Coruña. It is also very rich in terms of culture and tradition. So, as I said before, Galicia has a very deeply rooted Celtic heritage, and it comes with music, with festivals, and with architecture. And Galicia is home to Santiago de Compostela, which we will visit. Of course, it is a must see of Galicia, and it is the end point of El Camino de Santiago, which you may know, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And finally, least but not last, Galicia is a seafood lover's paradise. It has very, very good seafood. If you're not a seafood lover, don't worry, come and join us anyway, but it is the opportunity for you to try it out because it is very different than the seafood you can find in other places, right?
Mm-hmm. Before you go, you were going to go and talk about the agenda.
Yes.
Before you go and talk about the agenda, I would like to mention that this experience was actually planned with the help of Maria. Now, we have two Marias at the Academy teaching Spanish, but this Maria actually works in a different language school, Marlborough language school, about 30 minutes from where we are here in Newbury. And I wanted to mention Maria because she is from Galicia, even though she has lived in the UK for a very long time. And at Vici, we believe in collaboration rather than competition. And so Maria came and shared a couple of meetings with us, and she inspired us and guided us on places where we should go in Galicia. So I wanted to mention Maria. I wanted to say thank you to her. She was going to join us on this experience, but unfortunately, it's GCSE season when we're going in May, and her son will be taking the exam this year, so she's decided to pull out of the project. But I wanted a quick mention to say thank you to Maria. We really insist on having authentic experiences, not just about a trip to Spain. And in order for all the experiences we offer to be authentic, then we need to work with people who come from these regions. So thank you, Maria.
In terms of the agenda, as you can see on the presentation, we have three main destinations: Santiago de Compostela, Lugo, and A Coruña. So on Monday, first day of the program, we will fly from London Gatwick Airport to Santiago de Compostela. On Tuesday, we will start the day with a Spanish language lesson, and actually every day of the program will start with a Spanish language lesson and language challenges. So after our first lesson, we will visit Santiago de Compostela, and especially a very famous park, El Parque de Alameda. And in the evening, we will go on a night guided tour to explore Santiago iconic monuments and landmarks. On Wednesday, so day number 3, we will visit Santiago's Cathedral and explore the city center with opportunities for you to do shopping and have some free time. And in the late afternoon, we will take a train to Lugo, our next and second destination. On Thursday, we will start the day by visiting Lugo's Roman heritage, its Roman path and walls, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as is Santiago de Compostela. And in the evening, we will enjoy some traditional Galician music. On Friday, so day number 5, we will still be in Lugo, and we will take a train to A Coruña and visit the town. And in the afternoon, we will also visit a local brewery. On Saturday, it is Galician Literature Day, so you will have time to explore the city and to enjoy the festivities of this very important day for Galician people. And in the evening, we're going to have a cooking class where you're going to learn to make traditional Galician dishes and a wine pairing activity. Personally, I very much look forward to it. And on Sunday, after our last Spanish lesson, we'll take train back to Santiago de Compostela, and then we will catch our flight back to London Gatwick.
So, as you can see, this is quite different to our last residential program in Spain that focused on one city. This one is a little bit more of an adventure because we will be visiting an entire region of Spain. We've chosen to go from Santiago to Lugo to A Coruña and back to Santiago simply because all three cities or area are very different. There is no way that we could miss Santiago de Compostela, which is the main attraction in Galicia. And then we've chosen to go to Lugo, to the east side of the country, because the landscape is so different. It looks very green. That's where you can see all the Roman heritage of Galicia. That's where we have Galician live music. So it feels like a completely different atmosphere. And then, of course, we couldn't really not go to A Coruña, being in Galicia, because this is the main tourist attraction and, you know, the beautiful seaside. So this is a little bit of an adventure. It's a little bit different for those of you who have experienced Valencia, for example. You'll be flying there, you'll be taking a train to go from one city to another. We do have language classes planned in the train, like a mini workshop. So yes, I believe it's going to be a great adventure and something quite different. But the reason why those three areas have been chosen are because they are very, very different. And they, to me, they really represent all that Galicia has to offer, from the architecture to the great tradition to you know, the green Spain that we don't often imagine, to the coast that looks like mini Caribbean. So that's the reason why we have chosen to work on this agenda. And by the way, whilst on the screen at the moment, you only see the three different destinations, we have an entire agenda for you. I was trying to add it to the chat whilst Clara was talking, but I couldn't do that. However, there is an email that has been scheduled and that you will receive right at the end of this presentation with the entire agenda day by day. Okay. Next slide. Oh, I went a little too far. So Galicia in numbers. We thought that it would be quite nice to look at those numbers. One Galician music concert is included, one 9 tour of Santiago, which is absolutely stunning, a brewery tour, which again was recommended by our Galician friends for being really quite interesting. 16 participants only, 3 staff members to accompany you, 1 cooking class and wine pairing. We also learned that paella isn't really a thing in Galicia. It is more about seafood indeed. 6 nights and 7 days, 10 to 15 hours of Spanish lessons, and about 2,348 tapas, which I couldn't actually say that number in Spanish. So for us, this experience to Galicia is a journey designed for language and culture lovers. This isn't just travel, it's an opportunity to truly live the Spanish language and culture. Along the way, our expert team will guide you through real life interactions and unforgettable moments, ensuring every step of your journey is meaningful and enriching. So I just wanted to share some kind words with you. We do need to move our little faces. One of them comes from Andrew, who came on many of our residential programs. Oops, I can't remember that. To France. I've been on an excellent VT immersion week and thoroughly enjoyed it. The program was skillfully constructed to be fun as well as instructive. It's often a struggle learning a foreign language as an adult, but this week was a big leap forward for me. I'd strongly recommend it. This was quite a testimonial that we've received from Andrew, because he had been learning French with us for quite a few years and said that that week gave him the confidence that he was after, and he felt that he made great progress when he came back, having gained so much confidence. The other one is from Leila, who was in Valencia with us not very long ago. Thank you for this wonderful immersion week. It was amazing. Kindness, attentiveness, learning, and great organization. I'll definitely do it again. And I think Leila is on the call tonight. See you soon. So what I really wanted to try and demonstrate with those testimonials, because we have plenty more, please go on our Google page, is that for us, it's not just a week out in Spain to improve your language skill. It's not just the week out in Spain to have a guided tour around Galicia. For us, is really the combination of the language and the culture, and really live that experience through very much plenty of authentic moments. Okay, so this was a very brief presentation, and of course, Clara and I are very happy to jump on a call with you to talk about it further. But we would, of course, love it if you would like to join us. We will therefore be going between the 12th and 18th of May, 2025. It is open to 16 participants. We think 16 is a very good number, and this is what we've done with all our language experiences for adults over the past few years. It's a nice little number to have a friendly little crowd and find people that you feel you can connect with, but it's also not too many people that it feels like a very busy trip. This is really not what we want. So we will have 16 participants only. It costs 2,072 per person for people who share a room. If you come on your own, it is 2,430. Okay. Everything is included in the program, apart from your lunch and your dinner. And that is because we want that program to be very well organized, but we also want to give people the chance to breathe and sometimes venture out on their own. So we don't have to have lunch together all the time. We also don't have to have dinner all the time. Clara will be preparing a list for every single places where we'll be going. Clara will be planning a little list of, restaurants and tapas bars where you'll be able to go. So the reason why it's not included is because, we often eat together, but it's not an obligation. However, of course, breakfast is included in the fee. So we want to offer a very special preview bonus to anyone who is online. It's an offer that will be live until the 30th of November. So actually, there's one more little thing. The first thing is a free one-to-one consultation with one of our Spanish coaches before the language experience. Okay, you can book a consultation between 30 and 45 minutes with one of our language coaches, either at the academy for those of you who are local or online. So you can discuss with an expert member of our team the bits and pieces that you'd like to improve. You know, why are you going and what would you like to improve? And where are you at with your Spanish? And members of our team will be able to help you on that. But it makes the experience a little bit more personalized to you. So you can talk about your own language goals. The second thing is that we will be organizing a 2-hour group online Spanish workshop before we go to revise, you know, on your essentials before the experience. This is something that we had done with Valencia and it worked very, very well. I'd like to offer an extra little bonus that's actually not on the presentation. We organize every month something called a culture talk, Spanish culture talk. It is just an online session for about an hour where we will discuss a topic. So last time it was all about Spanish food, and we learned a lot about the expressions that we use about Spanish food, or you know, details about the culture, about Spanish food. It was great fun. The second edition is happening next week. We organize this every month. It's run by one of our Spanish coaches called Maria, and we would like to offer this for the next 6 months absolutely free of charge to anyone who wishes to join us. The idea being that before May, you'll have plenty of opportunity to expose your brain to the Spanish language. So the limited offer is by November 30th. Also, on top of the bonuses that I've just mentioned, anyone joining us by the 30th will save £95 on a single occupancy for your room, or £179 for shared rooms per room, not per person. Okay, so all these bonuses are available to anyone on the call tonight or anyone who would like to join us by the end of November. You can read this.
Gracias por su atención. Any questions?
So this is the end of our brief presentation. We didn't want to take more than about 30 minutes of your time, so I think that we're okay. Any questions at all? You're welcome to turn on your microphone, or you can put a question in the chat. Oh, Jan?
Can you
Jan,
hear me?
go ahead, Jan.
Yeah, it's one question. When we were in Valencia, we didn't always have 2 teachers. We sometimes had 1 teacher for the whole group. And given that the group had varied experience of Spanish, I don't think that worked. That's my only criticism, to be honest, of Valencia. Just wanted to be sure that there would be 2 lessons, 2 teachers all the way through, so that the beginners like me could stay with beginners, and those more experienced, the really advanced ones, would be in a different group.
By then, you'll probably be really good.
I doubt it.
No, but to answer your question, yes. So Clara will be coming with us. Clara teaches beginners.
Right.
You're not quite a beginner. And then another member of our team. We've yet to decide who's going to come. We actually have a large team of Spanish coaches.
Right.
Many of, you know, young children or other obligations. So we're not sure yet who will accompany us, but yes, 3 members of staff, myself, and 2 Spanish teachers.
Lovely, brilliant. Thank you. Thanks, Natalie.
So do you have anything good to say about Valencia?
Well, I think my overall feeling about it was that although it looks a lot of money, it was actually a very, very good value for money.
Oh, thank you.
And it was, I felt, you talk about authenticity. I thought the fact that we had local people with us made a massive difference. And we seemed to have our time filled from morning, noon till night. And it was just brilliant. No, I really, really enjoyed it, which is why I'm interested in this one.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much. it is clearly an investment.
Mm.
It is really packed with
Yeah.
activities and expertise.
Yeah.
There are people planning this experience who are qualified and do spend a lot of time making sure that it's planned thoroughly.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. Anyone else? I'm just checking that everyone, because we're on webinar mode, we need to activate and let people talk. Anyone has any questions at all? No?
Hi, this is it.
Oh,
Hi, can you hear me? It's Sarah.
Yeah.
Hi, hola.
Hola.
I just wanted to agree with Jan that whilst the headline amount of money might seem quite a lot, there was a lot included, and we agreed that it was good value, and that's why I'm on the call, thinking we might come again.
That would be wonderful. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Anyone else? Any questions? Preguntas?
Yeah, well, actually, when we were in Valencia, the Carolina, who came to help Esther, all the time was talking to us. And she's like, oh, una pregunta, una pregunta. So now I really know what that means. I didn't know before, but now I do. Well, we are going to send this recording. What we tend to do is we tend to just do a live session like this one, and then we record another one to make it a little bit sleeker, and for people who are watching it at home, they don't have all this kind of stop and start, and then that goes on YouTube, so we will be sharing that with you, but you'll also receive the full agenda. So that will be in an email to you tonight. I think the email should land about 10 p.m. in your inbox. But you can also ask me that we just, like every day, it says what we're going to do. So, well, if there's no more questions, it's time to say thank you. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Jan. I hope that you'll be coming again, and we look forward to speaking to you very soon. Thanks again for coming on the live call today.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Adios.
Adios. Gracias.
Adios. Gracias.